Well, we're going to create a directory for you. And that directory is going to have all of your websites in it. So we're going to give your directory massive sudden clout immediately. That way you can have something that looks like this, all right? And there can be listings to click on, all right? And that's going to be for all these different sections that we did inside your system. When you scroll down, this is how the information is broken down. Nice and beautiful and cool. Everything is in great, great shape. All right, it's got a link that goes to the website or the subdomain, right, where the project is. So every project, every geo-targeted project is going to have its own link to its own section. And that means that this directory is going to anchor down and provide some link juice to all of those sites. It's going to treat them all well. Okay. Having said that, that's you. Then you can open this thing for other people to join. And so then when they join, you get paid if they join featured or if they join for free. And I always recommend leave that kind of choice available. They'll join for free. Then you'll get paid for every lead they buy. People coming to their website, clicking their link, asking them a question. They're not going to see the question. They're going to see a preview of the question and a buy now button. So if they hit the buy now button, they'll be able to reply to the lead. Okay, so you can have that be for the guys who are basic, they're just paying per lead. And then the guys who are buying a lot of leads will start to realize it would be cheaper and smarter if we just upgrade to the featured listing. Now, we have just done a massive amount of work. If you didn't see it before, I'm sure you're starting to see it now. 4 massive, powerful, optimized, page speed maximized, no coding error websites with lots of pages to cover all the different keywords you need, competitive and running in parallel. And then we're going to anchor all that down with a directory, a full-scale directory, completely powerful and ready for you. And think about again what 2017 is going to be like when you really get all this going and how many different income streams you can have from this. You can rent the subdomains of your websites to other people if you wanted. You can rent out access to your directory. You can open access to your directory. Okay, you can offer the people who join different things or upgrades on their websites. There's so many things that you can do to make money with this. It's not even funny, and we haven't even started. The next thing we're going to do, and this is the most important part, we have to make sure you're going to rank. And by rank, we have to make sure you have site authority. And so we're going to make sure all 4 of your websites have site authority. Okay, that's a big deal. So what does that mean? Well, let me just show you real quick. This is why most people don't rank. Let's just take any keyword, and we'll go through a few. You'll get to see this real fast. Most people think, okay, carpet cleaning Atlanta, I need that. How hard is it to get on the front page? And you can't really just tell. You can't look and see how much work these guys put in to get on the front page. Okay, so what they apparently have, all these guys, is some level of site authority. That means they either have domain authority or page authority or both, one or the other or both for showing up, for their pages to show up on that keyword. Okay, that means that we got them page authority if they're going to show up. Now, every keyword has its own requirement. Let me turn on a tool that makes this a lot more transparent. Okay, so with this tool on, these guys are showing up, okay, and they have a page authority of 27, domain authority of 13. Okay, this means they have authority. They either have blue over here. This is on a scale of 1 to 100, and it's an exponential scale. So the higher you climb, the harder it is to climb higher. And domain authority, you might say, why is the page authority higher than the domain authority? The domain authority is more of an average of all the pages of their site. But this particular page, the front page, probably gets promoted the most. And that would explain why that particular page authority is so high. Okay. Now we come down to Groupon. You might think, well, they don't have any page authority. 1 is the bottom of the list. Right. But their domain authority is massive, and that allows them the expertise to choose to show up for things like this, so to speak. In other words, they're given this because of that. But again, we're back to a case where we have blue in one or both of these boxes. That means they have site authority, they have site authority. Everyone here has site authority, okay? Everyone here has site authority. And if you want to compete on this keyword, you have to have some sort of relative site authority. Okay, whenever you're seeing things about keyword difficulty and so forth, that is exactly based on this notion. So the best rule of thumb is this. Look at the typical page authority, look at the spread, and see if you find stuff in the 1 to 10 range. And if you don't find much of that, again, I mean, with the domain authority of 89, you can straight ignore that. Let's just be sensible. There's page authority of 27, 32, 44, 28, 42, 48, 19, 31. So can you compete if you have a page authority of 1? No, because you don't have a domain authority of 94 or what? Large numbers, 85. Okay, unless you do 89. But most people don't have any page authority or domain authority really. They have something between 1 and 10. Okay, that's really easy to get. 10 to 20, okay, now you're actually going to remember that you did something to promote your site. 10 to 20 means you put in a little effort. Okay, 20 to 30, definitely harder. You actually have to work at it to get there. 30 to 40, definitely harder. Those guys really did put time and effort in to getting their page authority up. How do you get your page authority up in the first place? Like this. These are the 2 most common ways to do it, and it's required of every keyword on the website. As a matter of fact, before I go there, let me just show you some more keywords. Most people haven't ever seen this or haven't ever thought of it, and yet it's incredibly important to realize. Okay. Again, site authority, site authority. Everyone here has site authority. How much does it take to compete on the front page? Most of these guys are around 30. A couple of these guys higher, a couple lower, but yeah, 30. Now, do you have to have as much page authority as they do to compete with them? Not necessarily. Because you have no coding errors, you're beating them already on that, almost certainly. Most of those guys are going to have coding errors. As a matter of fact, let me just do a blind test for the fun of it. If I put this in, I got to make sure on this that I include or leave the HTTP. Okay, I'm just guessing. All right. Yeah, look at that. 7 errors on their website. Okay. That's not so surprising. That's the whole point. And then what if we did this too? Page speed check. Okay. Okay, reasonable. They're 89 here. They're in the yellow, 73 here, but they're not in the red. Yellow kind of means Google's not caring one way or the other. Green, Google really cares. Red, Google wants to push you down off the front page because they don't want you there. It's going to take too long to load your page. It's not optimized, etc. Typically, okay? But what is the single most overriding factor when it comes to page rank? Exactly the blue, the idea of site authority. If you want to rank, you have to have site authority. Okay, let me show you a couple more words for the fun of it. Now, a lot of people think, what about make money online? Okay, here's the reason most people want to sell brick and mortar stuff instead of make money online stuff. Take a look at this. Okay, a lot of authority. Page authority of 72, domain authority of 83. That's absolutely huge. Okay, that's on lifehack.org. Okay, 32 legitimate ways to make money at home. Page authority of 58 and 62. Everyone here has definite authority. It's huge. So if you want to compete, I'd say you need a page authority of probably around 50 to even have a chance. And then you better have some really good things to say. For example, 40 easy ways to make money quickly, okay, that are different and new, like you wrote them, okay, or you hired someone to write them, but they're not copy and paste, they're not curated content, they're not copied from anyone else, okay. And then you've got things like 32 legitimate ways to make money at home, okay. So how do you get site authority? We need to go and create regular Web 2.0 articles like this. This is one of the 2 most important ways to do it. See how it's a keyword optimized article on a keyword optimized subdomain, okay, with a keyword optimized H2 tag. So that's the H1 tag, the H2 tag that uses the keyword in a bigger way. Okay, this links to a different place than this. Here is a link in content, custom built horse barns. It's use of the keyword, and it goes to the website. Then we have completely different keyword, okay, more general, going to the gallery page of that same website. So this goes to the front page of a website. That goes to an inner page of the same website. Then we can have one or more image credits pulled in from the site linking back to the site. Okay. Now, if you go out of your way to create this, first of all, it's some definite work. But why is it value add? Domain authority of 91. Since we have the right to create articles on here, that's great. Can we make longer articles with more links, even to more of our own websites? Like say we have 4? Yes, yes, we can have a 2,500 word article with links to the front pages and inner pages of 4 websites, okay? And that's awesome. It's truly awesome that we can do that. And by the way, are we going to make all the articles have the links to the same websites? No, that's a footprint. We're going to cycle between them. So we're going to cycle through inner pages and decide how many websites we're going to link per article. But there you go. This is the only way, almost, that these guys ever get their rank. This is site authority by definition means if somebody's just randomly clicking on links throughout the internet, they get on a web page, they click some link, takes them to another web page, they click another link, takes them some other web page, and so they're going from domain to domain to domain through a series of pages in each case, right? What are the chances they'll click through to you? Well, that's your domain authority if they click through to somewhere on your website, and then your page authority if they click through to that page, which again is often the front page of your website, okay? Whatever page is showing up. So theoretically, somebody clicks something, which clicks something, and clicks something, and therefore clicks something else, and therefore landed on this page, and therefore clicked one of these links and landed on the destination website. This is how Google decides more than any other thing who's number one for a particular keyword. Now, the other part to that is this. One more part, okay? That's also very, very important. And that's this. If you're going to put in backlinks to a guy in a listing, like in a directory or category listing, these things count. So this website has a domain authority of 48, but they also have a page authority of 33. This very page we are on has a pretty good chance of being clicked on the website, page authority of 33. So if we had our information here, for example, our link, okay, then it clicks through to our website, then what do you think that means? That means that we are driving up the authority of our website, and it has a higher right to rank for the keywords that we're after. Like this would be an example of the keywords we're after. Domain name. Now, when you create backlinks, or when we create them for you, then the right way to do it, sometimes you use the domain name, sometimes you use the company name, sometimes you use a keyword. Okay, and you make sure a bunch of these links are not no follow. That's our job. I'll give you 2 little secrets right now that are interesting that also can be used with the directory. Okay, it's a really big deal because you can choose this. This is a feature you get to choose. Here's what it is. You can choose that if people hit the basic option, that their links are no followed. You can choose that if they hit the featured option, their links are followed. Why would you no follow the links? To harness the incoming link juice, and then you can feed it to whichever pages you want on your website. So you can actually take lots of incoming link juice and redirect it to your favorite pages. It's a really cool thing. Now, it's also good for all the members if you harbor the link juice. I'll give you a strange example for that if you've never thought of it. Can you name a site that no follows all the links leaving the site? How about a big directory?